While international financial news in India in 2022 was completely overtaken by UK and its inflation problems, it was one of the biggest economies in Europe that was quietly slipping away into a recession. The German economy shrank by 0.3% in the first quarter of 2023, following a 0.5% decline in the fourth quarter of 2022. If the economy shrinks for 2 consecutive quarters, it is considered to be in a recession. Hello and welcome to 360 Degree. I'm Anjilee Istwal. Let's first understand the economic might of Germany in Europe and the world. Germany is a founding member of the European Union and the Eurozone. Germany is the fourth largest economy in the world after the United States, China and Japan, and the largest economy in Europe. It is the third largest export nation globally. Although the German economy has very strong fundamentals with a strong manufacturing sector, a highly skilled workforce, a strong infrastructure, and a largely stable political environment, the German economy is facing a number of challenges. The biggest being the same one that is impacting most nations in Europe: Russia's war on Ukraine. As the world was just recovering from the devastating effects of COVID-19, it got another jolt as Russia attacked Ukraine for aspiring to be part of NATO, an alliance most Western European nations are part of. It was seen not just as an act of aggression towards Ukraine. West saw it as an act of aggression towards their collective strength. While Germany was probably the most measured amongst the Western nations in its response to the war and its support to Ukraine, it was probably one of the most affected by the energy crisis that hit the world. The war in Ukraine has had a significant impact on the German economy. Germany is a major importer of Russian energy, and the war has caused energy prices to rise sharply. This has led to higher production costs for businesses and higher prices for consumers. The war has also disrupted supply chains, which has made it more difficult for businesses to get the goods and services they need. Now, rising prices led to rising inflation, which currently, when it was last measured in April 2023, was at 7.2% in Germany. Inflation in Germany stood at an aggregate of 7.9% for 2022, which is according to the official figures. That's the highest it's ever been in Germany's post-war history, almost 40 years. The historically high year-on-year inflation rate was mainly driven by the extreme price rises for energy products and food since war started in Ukraine. Prices of energy products in particular rose 34.7% on an annual average in 2022. Household energy expenditure rose in Germany by 39.1% compared to the previous year, which is more than 4 times overall inflation. Heating oil was up by 87% and natural gas up by 64.8%. All climbed very sharply. Electricity prices overall rose 20.1%. For drivers, petroleum and diesel prices at the pumps rose by 26.8%. Food prices rose by 13.4% in 2022 compared to 2021. To add to all this crisis, Germany is also struggling with the burden of an aging population that is less productive and also puts a strain on the country's social security. The ECB's decision to raise interest rates is also expected to dampen economic activity. Higher interest rates will make it more expensive for businesses to borrow money, which could lead to lower investment and job losses. The German government is concerned about the impact of high inflation on the economy. The government is also warning that inflation could reach 8% in the coming months. The high inflation rate is a major challenge for the government. It is unclear how the government will be able to bring this inflation under control. The government is hoping that the war in Ukraine will end soon, which could help bring down the energy prices. But then, if wishes were horses, beggars would ride. Do tell us what you think about this video in the comment section, and for more news updates, subscribe to India Today.